The Nature Journal is brought to you by SAPI, in the interests of the sustainability of our planet, its people, and prosperity. Well, hi from me, Tim Neary, with this week's edition of our SAPI Nature Journal. Well, of course, music and the conservation world, the great outdoors, do all go together. And this is the SAPI Sunday Picnic Concerts, which are held every second Sunday at the Walter Sisulu National Botanical Gardens. The concerts start at 1 p.m. until 3 p.m. But of course, get there nice and early, take the picnic basket, granny, whoever else you want to, lie back on the grass and just relax. The next concert coming up is going to be on Sunday the 19th of July, easily listening with sophisticated sounds from the South African singer Helene Ulster with the Denzel Wheel Trio, in a program filled with great jazz standards for easy listening. So definitely one to make sure that you relax at. And who knows, maybe those black eagles will come and soar over you during the concert. Talking about different things around the world, the Nature Journal this week has a look at thousands of elephants that have been killed. And this is a report that has come out of Tanzania. In Nairobi, they talk of thousands of elephants that have been killed in the Tanzania-Mozambique border area over the last couple of years for their tusks. They're talking round about 5 years. And this is from scientific research which has been able to trace the origin of ivory sales now booming again in the Eastern Asia area. The DNA research by the US-based Center for Conservation Biology uses two methods to track the elephant tusks and exactly from where they have come from. First of all, the tusks seized from the smugglers, they are ground up and the DNA is carefully extracted. Then samples of elephant dung are collected from a variety of sources across Africa. Each mound of dung contains plentiful amounts of DNA from the cells, and from this they are able to create comparisons. They show that for a period studied in 2006, virtually all the recent seizures of tusks can be traced to animals that had grazed on the Selous and Niassa game reserves on the Tanzania and Mozambique borders. This discovery suggests that only a handful of cartels are responsible for most of the world's booming trade in illegal ivory, and for the annual slaughter of thousands of elephant. The tusks seized come from separate raids on the docks in Taiwan, Hong Kong, Vietnam, Philippines and Japan. So far, more than 11 tons were found in containers in raids on Taiwan and Hong Kong docks, and that was between July and August of 2006. About 1,500 tusks were discovered, and all were traced to elephants from the Selous Game Reserve, a UNESCO heritage site in Tanzania, as well as the nearby Niassa Game Reserve in Mozambique. That is 750 elephant. These tusks that were seized were satisfying the Far East growing appetite for ivory, which is a new status symbol for the middle class of the region's swelling industrialized economies. The UK-based Observer newspaper reports that the rising demand has meant that ivory prices have gone from around $200 a kilogram in 2004 to more than $6,000 a kilogram in 2006. The result has also been the surge in ivory poaching, and scientific estimates that between 8 and 10% of Africa's elephants are now slaughtered each year to meet demand. Well, of course, there's a lot that can be learnt from the DNA and fecal analysis of elephants. And that, of course, is looking at the stress that the animals suffer during various activities. Those activities range from game capture all the way to a normal thunderstorm, and even the stress put on by large groups of visitors to a game reserve. What is the answer with the elephants? This, of course, is one of the things that we will look at in the Nature Journal over the coming months and years. But of course, the Nature Journal is an interactive program, and it's very important that I receive feedback from you. We're also happy to look at your photographs and any questions that you might have around the world of conservation and the environment. You're welcome to get hold of me, and my email is tim@neary, that's neary.co.za, and let's see how we can assist you. We have a wonderful panel of folk who are great friends And of course, they offer lovely advice to our various listening folk. We're also, over time, going to look at the Odd Listeners Evening. And then, of course, we can sit and talk in a lovely informal way about the world of conservation, as well as the incredibly interesting life that one leads when you find out more about everything that's big and hairy, as well as the little guys. They are really the interesting ones. From me, Tim Neary, have yourselves a wonderful weekend. Chat to you again next week. The Nature Journal is an initiative in the interests of the sustainability of the planet, its people, and prosperity. Brought to you by SAPI, the world's leading producer of coated fine paper and chemical cellulose. www.sapi.com. Sandisa Mvelo, growing nature together.